Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing well and welcome to Autodesk PowerMill. So we have already started the module number 4, Advanced Finishing Toolpaths and Machining Strategies, and we have covered the 3D offset finishing, constancy finishing, corner finishing, flow line finishing, parametric offset finishing, parametric spiral finishing, pattern finishing, and profile finishing. So today we are going to start another topic, which is the project curve finishing. It's almost around, looks like a profile finishing and pattern finishing. So there is no such difficulty in it, but you have to understand the steps of project curve finishing, what we have to do actually to get the right amount of finishing on the object, and what kind of objects we have to develop, and how we can create the curve finishing on such type of objects or such type of parts which we get in the real life. So let's get started. Here we have the Autodesk PowerMill 2024, and I have to open a new part. So let's get import a part, import a model. So I have a part here which is named as part1.step file, and just double click on it. It's going to be loaded into your software. This is a step file, as you know that. So you just read it and convert it into and load it into your software. So one thing you see that it's a top view, and it's a top view will get this shape like that. Okay. So I want to do a machining on this face. So the highlighted face is a required job, and we have to perform the machining on this face which is highlighted. And my working coordinates are not according to this part. Okay, you see that this is the z-axis which is in a light color. Let me show you right here. You see that the cursor shows that the z-axis on this side. So I want to do a z-axis on this way. You can either create a work plane and activate it, or you can do a rotation of your model. Okay, you see that this is the top way, and top way is right this way. So I want this face to be as a top way. You can rotate it, the object, and get it, or you can create a work plane and you also get this face. But in a short way, let me show you another technique, which is the rotation way. How you can do is, so just go to the models, and you have to select this model part 1 named, and just right click on it, go to the edit command, and you'll see over here is the transform command. Just click on the transform command, and you'll see the transform model commands menu bar is open, and you'll see over here is the rotate command. So what I have to do is I have to pick a point or pick a axis and then rotate it. So you see that this is the x axis, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the x axis and rotate it clockwise at an angle of 90 degrees to get my desired rotation. Let me say that I will write it 90 degree angle and say that rotate about x-axis or around x-axis, you will get your desired shape. Just click x-axis. And you see that this face is rotated and this axis is rotated, and you'll see that the face is comes in the z direction, my desired z. Okay. After again, you'll get this is how actually looks like. So it's around the x-axis rotation. Okay. So this is how you can rotate your model easily in x, y, or z direction, or just move it to your position in x, y, or z, or mirror your planes. Okay. That's simple. Just go and click on the top view. Now get your desired face on the top side. So it's okay. Right, it's easy. Now it's time to go to the parameters of project curve finishing. As you know that we have to create a curve. and its name that's project curve. So what I have to do is I have to create a curve over here. So let's show you how we can create a curve. So we are going to perform the finishing strategies, and in the finishing strategies mostly we use the pattern to create the finishing strategies. So let's create a pattern over here, and the pattern should be like the curve, which is according to the surface which we have selected. So let's go and create the pattern. Just right click and create pattern, and just I'm going to name as a curve here. Just name it curve, or we can say that project curve. Okay, so we have a project curve, and just right click again and curve editor. So what I want is I want a curve according to the surface which is generated right now. So actually this is what I need to be make at this center of this way. Okay, so you see that this is the curve, and I want real curve at the center. What you can do is you can select your plane. Right now we have a plane of X, Y direction, or we can say that it's a top plane. Okay, so if you are going to select the other plane, which is the Y plane, and it will use the Z axis face of that one. So we can say that it's a front plane. Okay, that's a front plane, and I'm going to select the Z X axis. So you see that this is the Z axis and this is the X axis. I have selected this Y, and now this rotation or the right command, we have the work plane at the center. So it's already at the center. Now the plane is selected at the center. Now we can get the desired amount of curve which we are going to perform here. So just go to the curves, and we are not going to create a curve using the composite curve, but this time we'll select the planar selection. So planar section, as you know that we have selected the planar, and we have selected the Z X-axis planar. So just go and select the planar selection. So we have selected the plane here over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this section, and to cut this section it will actually create a curve around the cutting sections. Just go and click on create. So you see that this is how it just create a curve around the cutting section and create a curve. Okay, just go and preview it to get it in a red color. Okay, just click on close and just go back to the other plane, which is the XY plane, and we have the curve right now. Let me show you. So this is how we can create a pattern in a short way, or either you can go and create curves, but it will take a lot of time because you have to create a curve and then you need to move the curve and is at the center and joining all these settings. So this will take a lot of time. So now right now I just want this upper curve. I don't want this line or this line. So just go and click on the segments to delete all these things, and right here and then right here. Okay, so just delete this and delete this. Okay, so that's okay, we have done it. Now one more thing, that you see that this curve is projected on the surface. You see this? So this curve is projected on the surface. I want this curve to be at a certain height. Okay, so what we can do is just click on the curve and move it. So this is very simple and easy. Just go to the project curve, right click on it and go to the edit, just like we did in the model, and find out the transform command. Click over here on the transform command and move this. Okay, so where you want to move is just click on the reposition move origin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select an origin for that. So let's say that this one is the origin. Okay, so now this one is the origin. Now it will be the X, Y and Z. Now just click on the open the position form, and then you'll see that we got the position of x0, y0 and z0. So that's our position, and say that we want to transform from this position to upward direction. And in the upward direction, let's say I will set as 25 millimeters in upward direction. So click apply, and you'll see that it just moved that curve from 0 to 25 millimeters in upward direction. Okay, so this is how we can move the curves or move anything. It's a simple thing you can do with the models, with the curves, with the lines, each and everything. Okay, so that's it, simple. Now we are almost ready to apply the toolpath. So just go to the toolpath and click on the create toolpath and find out the finishing strategies. So here we have the finishing strategies, and select here the desired finishing strategy, which is a projection curve finishing strategy. Okay, so as you see that there is a curve at a height, and it just projected the toolpath according to the curve on the model. Okay, just click OK. So give the name. I'm going to write the curve projection finishing. Okay, so we have to select a plane, but we don't need a plane. Set as think about that we have a default work plane activated. Okay, so go to block, and you have to define a block for this piece. So just click on calculate. It will definitely calculate your block, and it's okay. Just go to tools. So we are going to perform the finishing strategy. So for finishing strategy, you know that we need to set the Ballnose tool. So I'm going to select a 5 millimeter Ballnose mill, and with the length of 75 millimeter length. Okay, let's say that 5 millimeter Ball BN. Okay, that is what we say in a simple way. So 5 millimeter BN stands for Ballnose. Okay, so just go to, if you want to perform the limiting operation, just go and select the curve and perform your task in a limit way. Or if you don't want this, just do nothing. Okay, if you want to perform the operation in a certain area, then you need to perform, or you need to set a limit. Or if you don't need to perform in a certain area, all over area, then you don't need any limit or boundary. Okay, so next thing you see curve projection, and you have to select a project curve which we have created. So we have created a project curve over here, and now it's time to give this style. So we can select a linear style. So as you see that this is a curve, and it actually looks like a linear way from the top side. So actually I want to perform the tooling in a linear way, so that it will cut in two way to move that material and give finishing on that part. So it will take less steps to perform the operation and cut down the material. Or either you can use the circular way or the spiral way to perform that machining operation. But right now we have a curve in a linear way, so therefore I'm going to select a linear. And the projection direction. So the outward way means that in the upward direction, and the inward means that the projection curve will be downward from this surface. Okay, so actually I want to perform the machinings on the upward side of this or outward side of this surface. Therefore I will select it as outward. Okay, you have to give the tolerance, as I will set as 0.01. Thickness, I don't want any remaining material. So the angular step over, it's actually a step over. So this means that 1.5 angular step over. Let's see that how it comes over to the step over at 1.5. So the other thing is high speed and pattern. So in the pattern we have a style of linear as usual. So ordering is a one way. So in one way it will take more steps to perform the cutting operation, or in the two-way it will be joined together. And in two-way joined, this means that it will not take go back to its original safe point, but it will take another step and cut down that material on the first way. Okay, so the next thing is the sequence. Either it should be the out to in or in to out. As you see that we are going to perform the machining operation from in a sequence way, so it will just perform the operation from top and just go on the other side. So we don't need to set the sequence, we'll set as none. So in case of spiral and circular, the circular position will be from the outer or inner side. So it will have to define that either it should be from the in to out or out to inside. So this thing sequence is not applicable to the linear, but actually applicable to the circular and spiral. The most important thing is the limits. You have to define the limits. Either it should be from the right side, as you see that from this 90 position to minus 90 position means at a 180 degrees to machining way. Or if you set as 90 degrees, then it will perform on the halfway of cutting way, and in minus degree it will definitely work on the left side of in halfway. Okay, so you have to define the limits, starting point and the end point, so that it will cut down all the things. Okay, so just go to the project curves. Its range is automatic. Now go to the rapid moves, as we have the rapid moves according to the plane which we have selected or work coordinate system. So by default the work plane is set according to the job which we have right now. So I don't need to set a work plane. Just go to the leads and links, and here I have to set the links. So I'll set the links at a step down. First choice, second choice is step down, and the default is skim, and enable the God check. Just go to the speed and feeds. I will set this is a finishing operation. Let's say that we are going to perform the 15,000, spin the speed and cutting feed rate of 3,000, and the plunge feed is let's say that 1,000, and the skim feed is 3,000. Okay, we want to perform the coolant. Just click on the flood. It will enable the M8 code on your machine to perform the flood operation. Just click on calculate, and you will see that it will do the machining operation on the surface. So you'll see that it just performed the finishing operation according to the curve which we have created. Okay, so just click on close and simulate it how it actually looks like. So just click on the simulation, go to the toolpaths, and we have selected it. Just click on play, and you see that it's moving two-way and nothing goes in upward direction. Okay, so this is how it managed to cut down that material. Or if you want to perform this operation in the slot or in the curved slot, just go and apply the limits and say that perform this operation inside or trim inside, then it will definitely perform the machining in the inside. It will not perform the machining in the outward direction. Okay, so this is how the projection curve finishing toolpath works. It will take smaller amounts. You can do this operation using the constant Z method, but in the constant Z method will take a lot of steps, and if it is taking a lot of steps, then definitely the tool projection will be on the surface and it will not looks good. So therefore we use such type of curve projection finishing toolpath to apply minimum projection of tools on the surface, giving a finished look to the surface. So that's why we use this type of finishing. So hopefully you like this, and hopefully you understand all the parameters which I have told in this way. So looking forward. So that's it for the projection finishing, and thank you very much.